What's going on, Hill family?
Hey guys!
New video for you today, tonight, whichever time you're watching this video.
Yes.
I think that's gonna be my new intro.
Alright,
I did the last video, remember?
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, my new intro that.
Alright guys, so today we have an interesting video for you. We know you guys have always wanted this because we got so many requests to do this video.
Yeah.
So today we'll be telling you guys, like breaking it down for you, like how much you actually spent on our wedding.
Yes, so what we budgeted, what did everything came up to, what we actually spent, all of that we'll be discussing with you.
Right, so we're going down like category by category. So get your pens, your pencils, and your paper or your notepad, because if you're planning to get married, this may help you. All right,
you don't want to miss this, guys. We're doing this for you. All right.
Yes. And keep in mind that even though we're telling you guys like how much you spent on our wedding, this is relative to where you're having your wedding. It's relative to a lot of stuff. So this is just our experience from our experience. So do not take our word and say, oh, this is that, that is that, that is that. But this will give you an idea of what a typical wedding costs. All right.
Well, a wedding, what it cost for us.
For our wedding, right?
Because it varies.
Exactly.
Right.
And you know, we got married during the pandemic where we didn't have 100 guests like we had planned and stuff like that. So you have to keep into consideration those stuff.
Yeah. So just take from the video what you want to take that will help you to like plan your wedding. You know what you can minimize on, what you can, you know, budget better on. So just take.
Alright, and this is strictly wedding only, guys, so it does not include the cost that we spent on our dinner or dinner, because we don't really have our official reception yet, so we have not included the cost for that. But we will, however, tell you the cost for like cake and stuff. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's get right into
it.
Video. Let's go. Alright, so I'm going to do one category, and Dave's gonna do one, and I'm gonna do one. You get the drift.
Yeah.
Alright, so firstly, how much was our budget before COVID-19 for 100 wedding guests?
Our budget was
drumroll.
$1 million.
$1 million, yes. So our budget for the wedding was actually $1 million, and that would have been with 100 guests. Alright. Now, when COVID hit, our budget decreased, and our budget decreased by 300,000. So we now had a budget of 700,000. Now, how much you actually spent? Here goes the categories. So, category 1. Now, for category 1, these are the essential stuff, right? So the essentials include your marriage license and certificate, your love account or your bridal registry. You're gonna need to put aside some money to open that up, so your guests can give you money.
If it is that you want to do that, because you can also, you know,
who doesn't want money?
That's true. But also, like, some people would set up an
account with like hardware stores to get items for their home and stuff, which is also a good idea. We didn't do that because we are blessed to, you know, have certain things sorted out that way. All right. So we didn't do that. We prefer to get the money because we needed the money. All right. So the flower basket for the flower girl, the ring pillow, Dave's ring, and the cost to engrave and join the rings, because I had my engagement ring and my wedding ring and where to join it, and the counselors / officiants. All right. So the cost for all of that, which we call it essential, we're gonna call this category essential, was 27,436.15. Guys, we're being very specific here.
Very specific.
Yes. So
even this hints everything you're gonna get.
So you guys can DM us to get like specific costs if you'd like, but we're not gonna break down everything because that's gonna take too much time. But overall, for that category, based on everything I just listed, that's what we spent. It would have been 37,436.15 if it is that we got a part of it sponsored. So somebody covered the cost for the counselor and the officiant for us.
Mm-hmm.
Alright? But without those, it's 27,436.15.
Right.
Category 2, Davian.
Alright, so I'm gonna speak to you guys about the venue. So initially the venue for us costed that was before COVID-19. We budgeted
The same venue.
The same venue.
Mm-hmm.
It was roughly over $250,000. Right?
260 something thereabout.
Yeah. We said that we wanted to give you guys exact amounts, but that's roughly what it costed. And COVID-19 came, we then had to shift our budget.
This was a big save.
A big save.
Big save, because this is normally the most expensive thing, and it was now one of the things that was saved on big time. Big time.
So we had to make a $20,000 deposit on our venue, and the venue then costed us $65,000
with the deposit.
With the deposit.
And after the wedding, like, was spent and everything, and we didn't even remember that we had made that deposit. So when we get it back, it was like heaven. So
yeah,
we actually spent on the venue.
It worked out well for us. So we actually spent $45,435 on our venue.
So imagine, guys, from 200,000 to 45,000 something. That's a big save.
Big save.
Huge save because of COVID. So it's kind of it was a blessing in disguise for us, which is why we got married when we got married, because yeah. All right. Next we have our decor. So, cause I rise up now. So when we say decor, we're talking about the decor team, which we got a team of friends and family. So it was 3 persons that formed the decor team for us. Bouquets, flowers, and we use fake flowers because real flowers are more expensive.
So that's a big saver right there.
Yes, or wedding carpet, which we bought for ourselves. The wedding arch, which was rented, plus the transportation to carry to the venue. Or welcome sign, which we got custom made. Fake flowers for the arch, we said that already.
Yeah.
The wedding vehicle, which was my father's vehicle, so we didn't pay for that, but we paid for the decor for the vehicle, the guest book, and the photo frames. Alright, so for the decor, drum roll, 67,594.90.
Nice.
Yes. Alright, and then we have the next category, which is clothes. Now that one here,
clothing. You guys saw how I was very much emphasizing my shoes in those videos.
I could break it down for you guys. For the actual clothing, you saw that our wedding was our family members mainly. We actually paid for the clothing for our family members.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a thing that persons normally would do for their wedding, but it's what we did. As a little gift from us to them. So we paid for that for them. Without that though, the costs would be as follows. So my wedding dress was a rental that was $45,000. Their suit was $9,000. That's a good deal.
Yeah.
Their shoes and my shoes together cost $7,100 for our shoes together. So in total, the clothes for everybody, because we paid for the suits and the dresses and stuff, except for 1 or 2 persons, the total for that was $134,134.96
to the exact cents.
Yeah, so that's what we spend on clothing, guys. The next category is hair, nails, makeup, all of them niceness there. So for that, we have hair for me. So I had to buy my hair to get it installed and whatever. Then we had makeup for me. I also paid for the makeup for everybody. I received donations from 1 or 2 persons, I think. But yeah. And then nails and toes and all of them something they have to do. Their hair nothing compared to my hair cost. I'm spending like under $1,000 on his.
$600.
You know, men have
just
it
a
so
haircut.
easy.
A line up a little fade and that's it.
Men have it so easy compared when you compare those stuff, cause we have to spend so much on hair and makeup on them some of day. Them just take it easy. Then they wonder why it takes so long to get ready. Just saying.
Well.
So the total for that hair, makeup, nails, and everything, and 78,311.16. Yep. So then now we have the cake. And we're coming down to the last category. It's just 7 categories, guys.
Right. So as you guys would have seen in our dinner video, after the wedding video, we had a 2-tier cake, right? And
I think it was 12-inch and a 10-inch. So the size is important too.
The size is important. So inclusive of the cake stand, the cake topper, the cake veil, the cake boxes for the cakes,
and the ribbons to tie the boxes.
The total came up to $20,698.30.
Yes, so here's why it came up to that amount, because usually for wedding cakes cost, like, depending on the tier you want, like if it's a 3-tier, it can range from 50,000 to wedding cakes cost a lot, guys. But we actually, all we had to do was buy the ingredients and the stuff to, you know, like the cake stand and those things. We had to get those stuff. But our wedding cake was a gift from a lady that we know. Thanks again, Miss Henry. She made the cake for us, and we didn't have to pay her for her labor. She just did it for us because she know Debian.
Out of the kindness of her heart.
Yeah, and then she got to meet me, and you know, there are just some angels on this earth.
So nice.
So we're very grateful for that. Then now the last thing, the last category, and this is the most expensive thing. You said that, right?
Yeah, that's
the most expensive thing, just by a couple hundreds of dollars. So the most expensive thing at our wedding was,
drum roll again,
videography and photography. So even though it was the most expensive, it was the cheapest cost, I would say, or the most reasonable cost, I would say, because we search high, we search low, and trust me, the cost for those things
are not cheap, guys.
They're not cheap. And we got drone footage, we got full coverage in terms of videography. The photographer, he only did the wedding, but in terms of videography, it was a big win for us, and it's very reasonable. He did a great job, so you guys can check him out. Check out everybody. We're going to
you saw how the wedding video and the reception or dinner video was very well put together. We did some of the edits for those videos, but the production, the quality, and all of that, the videographer did a very good job.
Yeah, so everybody did a good job, because everything was just so on point, and our small intimate wedding was still our dream wedding because everything was just amazing. Alright, so that's the most expensive thing. Before COVID, the cost for videography and photography was $185,000, and then we saved $50,000 on that, so it came down to $135,000. Right. Yeah. So, drum roll now, babe.
Drum roll again.
The total that we spent on our wedding, drum roll, babe. The total that we spent on our wedding is $511,610. I don't know if I can't figure it out. $511,610.47, guys. So like a little over $500,000. So we actually saved. We fell within our budget. We saved because of COVID-19, and yeah, we got our dream wedding on a budget. So yeah, we'll have some tips for you guys if you're planning a wedding to save on that. So you will see that in another video, because we'll have some really good tips that can save you a lot when it's time to plan your wedding, or if you know somebody that's getting married, you can help them or give them those tips as well. All right, so that's the cost for our wedding. That's the cost for our wedding. All right, and for most of these items, most of them were investments for us because we actually have them on rental right now.
Yeah.
So we're planning to, that's why we bought the carpets and the stuff like that. However, we did not include certain costs, and we'll tell you why. So we didn't include costs like, let me tell you what we didn't include. We didn't include music because we actually got a family member to do the music. We created our own playlist, got our own songs, and then we got somebody to our family member. Big up brand. Big up brand. So he did the music. He controlled the music for us. And then you can decide to get a planner or have no planner. We didn't have a planner for our wedding. We planned our wedding ourselves, so we saved on that cost as well. For the catering, we didn't include that because that's a reception cost. And then my ring, they will tell you about that part.
Yeah, so I'll give the men some tip in regards to getting a ring, wedding ring, engagement ring. So if you plan to propose to your lady, right, you can get the engagement ring along with the wedding band together, right? You don't have to get an engagement ring, then get the wedding ring afterwards. That's an option which you can explore. So there are deals online, very good deals in which you can get those at a reasonable cost. You can check Amazon, that's one website. That's where I got Ash's wedding ring and engagement ring, right? So what you want to keep in mind, they give you this advice whenever you're going to shop for an engagement ring, that you should save at least 2 months salary in advance, right? And depending on how much you earn, it can work out a lot cheaper than 2 months salary in advance. So I would suggest that you save or budget for $100,000 if it is that you want to have your wedding on a budget. You want to save, you can budget $100,000 for the wedding band along with the engagement ring, right? And you can just have those joined after the wedding, right? So that's a tip to the men. Alright.
So guys, I have one expensive ring. Just look for my ring.
Bruh.
Yes, don't run me. Yes, guys.
Yeah, that's okay. Oh, boy.
Alright, so for shipping, yeah, we had some troubles with shipping. It was reasonable, but then there was a point where they charged us customs fee, and ship me did give me a whole headache. Yes, I don't afraid to call them in because they did not treat us well.
Back and forth.
Souvenirs, we didn't include that because we actually used our mask, which was included in the cost earlier. The souvenirs that we have actually for the 100 people wedding, we don't use that yet, so we didn't include that. We didn't include invitations because we didn't need to use them, so we're going to use those invitations for our reception to come. We didn't include the decor cost for the dinner itself. We didn't include the cost for the host, and then we didn't include the decor team cost for that. So what's a mouthful? Alright, so in a nutshell, guys, that is our wedding, like what we spent on our wedding. And we hope you guys appreciate like how open and honest we're being, because we're literally doing this so that
for you guys.
Yeah, so if you're planning or you know somebody that's planning, this can actually help them to just have an idea of what to expect for wedding costs. We're not saying this is definite because it's never definite, because it varies based on a lot of things. So it will just give them an idea of what to expect.
As you heard, we got assistance in some areas,
right?
So it can work out in different ways for you,
right?
In terms of the music, we didn't spend on that and stuff, so
right. So we utilize persons who could actually help us, and some things were offered to us, and but in terms of what we spent, you heard the figure, that's without the help. That's what we spend. So if you're planning to save and so, please at least have at least $500,000 put down for your wedding.
True.
And then you try to get help from the other stuff, or try to get help from other persons or donations. Alright?
Right.
So guys, we'll see you in the next video. please remember to watch the odds. Me, I gotta save every video because we have to get that watched. Okay, guys?
Yeah, guys. So that's all for this video.
So don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Because yeah, we're on a rise. We're on the road to 3K. So please help us to get there. Alright,
guys.
We hope you enjoyed this video. Please tell us what other videos you want to see us do in the comments below.
Alright.
Bye.